Welcome to shutter speed. You are about 2/3 of the way there now. After this video, you should fully understand how to manually expose your camera. If not, feel free to rewatch some videos, ask questions to other people in the group on Facebook, and just keep trying. This was the patience piece that I was talking about earlier in a previous video. So let's dive into it. Shutter speed is how long the sensor is exposed to light. And it is written as a fraction. So you'll see it as 1/50th of a second, 1/60th, 1/80th, 160th of a second. There's also, it goes higher than that. Just keep in mind that the higher the shutter speed, the higher the fraction. Don't think in mathematics, think of it as, just see it as the number. And in your camera, it won't be listed as a fraction, it will have just the number. So mine, for example, is at 160th of a second. Hold on, I lost it. And then that, I was just playing with it. I had my app, we're not talking about aperture right now, but the faster your shutter speed is, the less amount of time that your camera sensor is exposed to light. So if it is, because you'll see how slow it can go, it'll even go down to a full second as far as how slow that shutter speed will be. Play with that, see what it does. You might just have a full white image, but and then slowly work up to okay, there's 1 second. Let's step it up to 1/10th of a second. Let's step it up to 1/50th of a second. Just play with it. There's also shutter priority or shutter speed priority, the same way that you worked with aperture priority. You know, the camera will do the thinking for you as far as the aperture goes, but you have control of the shutter speed. So before I get too off the rails here, you can also have the ability to stop motion or to catch motion. So the faster your shutter is, and let me redo the scenario for you. Okay, you're at a cross-country meet, all right? And their runners are coming, and what you want to do is freeze the motion of that runner. Say that's your goal, so that you catch them in mid-stride and they're fully in focus. There's no motion that you're catching. You're going to want a higher shutter speed, and you're going to be, the sweet spot for that is probably about 180th of a second and up. If you want to catch the motion of that runner, so you see they're their face is kind of in focus, but their limbs that they're running, right? But you want to catch them, you want this to be blurred almost. Then you slow down your shutter under 1/80th of a second. So catch motion, freeze it 1/80th and above, slow it down under 1/80th of a second. And your assignment, are we already jumping into the assignment already? I feel like there's so much more. I'll also, during the shoot, I'm going to share with you how this pertains to what I do and how I shoot boudoir. I honestly don't shoot, I'm not like your average boudoir photographer. It doesn't always have to be sexy clothes and a sultry look. It is mostly about my clients having fun and feeling good about themselves. So I'll have my model actually do some things in motion so you can see what I'm talking about as far as capturing the motion. I'll also do some things where she's moving, but maybe I catch her in a pose where she's frozen. So I'll just explain that in that video. For your assignment, you're gonna create 2 images. One of them, you're going to be photographing, it can be a person, it can be it can be nature, it can be anything you want it to be. One image, you're freezing the motion, so everything is in focus. You're not going to see them moving. It's just gonna look like they're frozen. Do not cheat and have your subject stay frozen. Make sure that they are moving in order for you to understand this. The second image is going to be you catching the motion of them moving around. So a little bit of blurred lines, a little bit of, I think of like, if you're outside and you're photographing a bird, you're gonna see the different motions of the bird's wings. And be sure to share it in the Facebook group as well. And yeah, congratulations. You now know how to expose in manual. And then I have a couple other videos following up with this. If you need to rewatch it as much as you can, as you possibly want to, until you get it, because I didn't get it the first time. I needed to have like, okay, what does this do again? What do I do? I don't understand. And I'll also include images of my exposure settings along with the images so you can get kind of an idea. That was something that also helped me when I was learning how to expose for myself. But yeah, I'm so excited that you guys are catching on to it. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the Facebook group. It is BB Quinn Academy. So I will catch you later. Bye-bye.